This is the Hidden Killers podcast with Tony Brueski.
Featuring defense attorney, Hidden Killers daily contributor, and host of the Defense Diaries podcast, Bob Motta.
McClelland, the prosecutor, filed a motion to withdraw his most recent request for Richard Allen's mental health records after pushing for them for a little bit of time. Why? Why suddenly it's like, oh, I don't need those. I'm good.
Yeah, it's... ask it again, man. I was spacing out.
No.
Sorry, dude.
No. McClelland has filed the motion to withdraw his most recent request for Richard Allen's mental health records. The question is why? Because he was pushing for it for quite some time, and all of a sudden it's like, I don't need those now that we're getting... I mean, it seemed to kind of coincide with the fact that we have a date for the trial. He's suddenly like, I'm good. I don't need those.
No, what the actual reason is that he made a grievous error in that he cited in his third motion for Richard Allen's mental health records, a ex parte motion that was filed by the defense seeking funds for various experts. And ex parte, that means that the other side cannot see it. Okay, so he cited, so he made this admission in his pleading that he had read it, and not only did he read it, but he put the prospective expert that the defense was going to hire as far as a forensic psychologist to deal with the jailhouse confessions, put her in the pleading itself, and she hadn't even been retained. So the defense was obviously upset, and then he filed something a couple days later stating that, oops, I shouldn't have read that. It was filed as public, which it wasn't. The defense verified through the filing system that it was not filed public. It was sealed.
Then how did he get it?
That's the $1 million question. That is the $1 million question.
I mean, that pretty much verifies that, like, the cards are very much tilted in his direction of, hey, you get it from, and he's so stupid or inexperienced that he's making public filings on stuff he shouldn't even technically be seeing. I mean, what the hell?
He absolutely should not have seen it. I mean, like, that was like his entire I'm withdrawing that motion was like a mea culpa. But then, of course, he tried to blame it on the defense, saying that they filed it publicly. The defense, of course, responded in writing saying, no, not true. So, it's the whole case, man, is just a mess, and it's like, I was relieved that they had filed the 70-day. I think you and I were talking about it. I didn't know what their position would be with respect to doing that, just because of all the bullshit that's going on with the case in terms of, can they be ready? But once they filed it, it really changed the dynamic in a lot of different ways. Sure. You know what I mean? So, the other thing that we should probably discuss is the fact that, we've got this hearing coming up on Monday, and it's actually two hearings. There's the motion for contempt against the lawyers, rehashing the same things, the exact same things that were already discussed and litigated in front of the Indiana Supreme Court. The Indiana Supreme Court, as a result, of course, reinstated them. He saw fit to decide to spend his precious little time that he has left, as we're 59 days away from trial, preparing for a thing that doesn't matter.
The Supreme Court already gave what they decided on that. It's done.
It's done. And it's like, I don't see what his end game is. And again, when we're talking about a prosecutor's office that does not have the resources and just bodies to be able to help him to prepare, it's a very odd choice.
Yeah.
For those that are, on the side of Allen's guilty, or for all of us that are on the side of, we want justice for the girls, it's disconcerting because he's choosing to spend his time on something that really is ancillary, has no bearing or impact on the trial itself, and frankly can wait. I mean, if he wants to bring it after the trial.
Yeah.
I mean, like all of this stuff can wait until after trial, and then, if Gull's going to punish him, then she can punish him then.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be done now. So to me, tactically, he's making a massive mistake by waiting, because he's got to be preparing for this.
Yeah.
The defense hired, an old war horse, criminal defense attorney, Dave Hennessy, who, is an Indianapolis guy and who's won 100 murder trials, and he's handling all of it while the two attorneys are preparing for trial.
Yeah.
So it's just, when you look at it objectively, no matter where you fall on this, it has to give you concern, especially in light of the underlying case and trying to get to the truth, So
yeah.
It's a strange decision on his part.
Want to listen ad-free? Want advanced access to all of our interviews before anyone else?
Become a True Crime Today Premium Plus subscriber on Apple Podcasts,
You get every episode commercial free.
so you can binge on true crime.
Until you can binge no more.
Search True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts now, or go to our podcast page and sign up now.
More of the Hidden Killers podcast next.